Gage, tell me honestly, you're really the only guy that works here, right? The inhabitants of the city were ingenious. See the series of concentric seawalls? It looks like they built a canal and a lock system to control the water level within the city. They've drained out the crater to expose more usable land. But if they're reclaiming land, why did they keep the water level high in the center? What an incredible city. Quite a difference from the aquarium we saw on our last visit. Judging from the caldera crescent shape of this island, I would gather that it was once an active volcano. If Agent 3 was right, and this really was Atlantis, then it surpassed even the most fantastic legends of its existence. The gears of progress. Look at how they turn. The gears of Gage's mind. Smell them as they burn. See, a little poetry. Cute? No. Few more turns, Gage. Heave! Put your back into it, laddie. We have a lot of ground to cover, so if you get stuck, we can always time jump to another environment. Don't fret. I'll log the precise coordinates, and if we choose to return, we'll appear exactly on the spot where we left. I think this lever controls a clutch mechanism for the windmill. When you pull the lever, those snail-shaped wheels lift that toothed cylinder of the shaft, meshing it from that wooden gear on the floor. I'd say it's disengaging the sail assembly from the main drive shaft so the sails spin freely. Oh, I guess you didn't get that issue of Popular Windmills. The first description of Atlantis in literature was from Plato in a series of discussions from his works Timaeus and Critias. According to Plato, Atlantis was a utopia that existed somewhere in the Western Ocean. It was never known whether Plato was actually describing the fabled lost continent or fabricating an elaborate concept to help prove an argument, as he was known to do. Remember, don't look down. I told you not to look down. Now you better use the umbrella.
Avast, ye landlubbers. Ye face Arthur the Terrible and Blackwood the mildly terrible, but...
Sorry, Gage, but you can't go any further. There's a native just out of sight ahead. You're going to have to assume a chameleon guise before you can go that way.
Coins for a blind beggar. A few coins for a blind old beggar.
Sorry, I can't help you.
Looks like nasty weather.
Nasty weather? I'm sorry, I would have to disagree.
Really? I could have sworn I felt a star moving in. Well then, in that case, I think I'll stay here and get some rest.
I'm fairly certain that the docked ship is of Egyptian make. What would it be doing here so far from home?
Captain's log, stardate 1262 BC. On a routine expedition, we've stumbled upon a strange Atlantean vessel with no crew. I'm hoping to rescue a naive alien mermaid shackled within the brig of this ship.
Yes?
A few coins for a blind old beggar?
Oh, right. Right, coins. Is there not something you wish to say?
Oh, yes, of course. Where are my manners? Thank you, friend.
No, that's not... That is to say... They are not whom I was expecting.
I must go now.
Very well, then.
He's a cagey fellow, but I guess being locked up will do that. Still, he seems to be waiting for someone in particular. It almost looks like he's waiting for a passenger. Maybe the guy is some sort of ferryman. If so, he must know the lay of the land.
Oh, where can I take you?
The temple.
That will be 10 dromoi. I am Kashani, but everyone calls me Kashi. You must be the captain of the boat they captured just this morning. I know how you feel. I am a victim too. The Atlanteans capture anyone that passes by. Now the Atlanteans have kept their city secret for over 1,000 years. Whenever a ship passes too close, they capture it and they force the crew to live here as second-class citizens. No one is allowed to leave. The rules are very strict. Okay, this is it. Hey, have a good day now.
No second-class citizens in the temple.
Gage, you like movies about gladiators? Who is allowed into the temple?
Only native Atlantean citizens making deliveries or possessing a gold temple medallion may enter.
What kind of things get delivered to the temple?
Anything the Templars have need of. Today, deliveries are expected from the olive oil and potter's shops.
What medallion?
A gold medallion bearing the seal of the temple. How do you expect to gain entry without one?
Well, then it would seem that I'm not going to the temple.
Good day.
Oh, so, where are we off to this time?
Goodbye.
Well, you know where to find me, eh? Oh, sorry. I'm waiting for someone. Please find another ferry. No, not this time. Look, I have to make a living too, you know. Try your luck with someone else.
I'll pay back what I owe you.
I see the wine and song of your festival has loosened pockets as well as tongues. Look, do yourself a favor, huh? Keep your money and try your luck with someone else, huh? Oh, so, where are we off to this time?
The olive oil vendor's shop.
That'll be 10 drachmae. Do not lose hope, huh? You are not alone. Many of the non-natives refuse to live as captives. They have formed an underground resistance group and are planning to escape the island. Last I heard, they were almost ready. They will probably contact you soon if they have not already. Hey, do not tell anyone what I have told you. All right, we've arrived. Thank you for your business, eh?
Minoan artists were renowned in their day for their unique skill. They rejected the notion of rigid geometry in their work, creating beautiful art pieces that emphasize natural scenes. That's Mr. Atlantean 1281 BC. Still looking good, champ.
The shop is for paying customers only.
Where's your modesty? You can't change your clothes in front of a stranger. My.
I am sorry. I am much too busy for customers today. Perhaps if it is not a problem, you could come back in a couple of days?
Why are you so busy?
Oh, I have yet a dozen pots to fire before the Kalas Kalire celebration. Oh, it is unfair. Oh, the festival is finally here, and I am missing it because I have to make the wine amphore.
Kalos Kalire?
The final day of the festival? The great battle? Honestly, I am much too busy. Maybe you should come back in a couple of days.
What's in the kiln?
My pots. If I do not watch them carefully, they could crack. And if that happens, I will never make it to the festival. Oh, if only my sister would finish making the olive oil.
You have a sister?
Yes, she makes olive oil. Her shop is next door.
It looks like you've got a lot to do. I'll just be on my way.
Things will be back to normal in 2 days, I promise.
Those are black olives basking in the sun. Mediterranean cultures like the Minoans were able to cultivate their rocky fields to grow olive trees, creating a lucrative olive oil trade. From the amount here, I'd say that olives were one of the chief exports of Atlantis. Those vases have some sort of imprint on the front. They could represent the contents or who they belong to. The double axe was the holiest symbol to the Minoans. Religious axes were used by priests to kill sacrificial bulls for their beloved earth goddess.
Well, good morning. I'm surprised to see an Atlantean who is not at the festival. Well, my brother and I aren't, only because we have too much work to do before the Kalos Kalir celebration tomorrow.
Well, I should leave you to your work.
Earth Mother's blessings.
Minoan women enjoyed many privileges that were not extended in other civilizations of this time period. Adult women of Minoa were known to be endowed with wealth, title, and huge tracts of land. Yes, Mike, it's Amazing Discoveries, and this week we're showing you the amazing Play-Doh pasta press. It twists, it squeezes. Order now and you can make a spinach pasta, an artichoke pasta, or how about a nice linguine terracotta? Could you...
Tira, have you already finished making the olive oil? Oh, I envy you. I still have a dozen pots left in the kiln. They will not be ready for at least 3 hours. Meanwhile, I am stuck here with nothing to do but to wait and watch.
Stuck here? Is there somewhere that you need to go?
That is not funny. You know how I've been looking forward to the festival, and tomorrow is the last day.
Okay, I can take a hint. Go ahead, I'll watch the M4A.
Truly? Oh, thank you, Tira. Remember to turn them so that they do not crack.
That oven looks interesting. Go poke your head inside and see if anything's cooking. That smells like breakfast.
What are you doing here? I thought you wanted to go to the festival. How do you expect to find the time if you do not finish your work?
Are you busy?
Look around. All these amphorae must be filled before tomorrow.
The last of my amphorae are in the kiln.
Well, should you not be watching them then?
Can you watch them for me?
Sorry, Telos, I do not have the time.
Okay, I'll just go back to my shop then.
Maybe I can help you a little later, Telos.
Looks like the potter already left with his own boat to the festival.
What is your destination, huh?
The windmill.
I can take you there for 10 drachmae. I'm surprised. You're not at the festival? Oh, I thought everyone born on the island would be there today. But then, tomorrow is really the big celebration. So, at least you're not missing everything, you know. Here it is. Take care of me, huh?
How dare you burst into my home? You have no reason to be here. I must ask you to leave immediately. Get out! Ah, Kashi, perhaps you can tell me. The ship that was captured this morning, it was from my country. Do you know if the captain has been released?
Yes, he has.
Well, I need to speak with him. If you see him, can you conduct him to me? Thank you, Kashi. Looks like nasty weather.
Gage, he said it looks like nasty weather too. Unless the neighborhood calls the same psychic weather advisor, something definitely smells fishy in Atlantis. And it's not the tide. Well, if you insist.
Storms can appear from nowhere this time of year.
Well, when in Atlantis, do as the Atlanteans do, I suppose. And just for kicks, I'll add looks like nasty weather to your dialogue repertoire as a greeting. Although Atlantis is often thought of as a Greek civilization, there were many anthropologists who believed that Atlantis actually was derived from the Minoan civilization. Judging by their architecture, I think their guess was right.
Ah, so where shall I take you now, huh?
The dock.
That will be 10 dromoi, please. You know, in Nubia, we lived on the Great Nile, and we had a saying, the river floods so that life may begin anew. Because sometimes life has a plan all its own, and there's nothing you can do. So you might as well make the best of it. Besides, life is not so bad here. Most of the people are friendly. I have a roof over my head and food on the table. The resistance offered me a chance to leave. I decided to stay. No, this is my home now. Okay then now. Be careful getting out of the boat.
Those large earthenware containers strewn about the docks are called pithoi. Bronze Age Mediterranean cultures used them to hold liquids like oil and wine. When full, they would be incredibly heavy, which is why I assume they have the loading crane. And when you need a crane to unload your booze, it's time to admit you have a problem.
Amun! We thought you lost at sea. But now I see the truth with mine own eyes. Your ship was captured, just as mine has been, yes?
I think the beggar is who he's expecting. Looks like nasty weather.
I've been instructed not to speak to anyone but my contact.
Well, they'll probably be back to release you soon. I must return to my windmill. We'll talk later.
Until then, Amun. What now?
Looks like nasty weather.
Yes. It may even rain. So you are my contact then? Were it not for these bonds, I would have been able to meet you as planned. But I have spoken to a member of my crew. He will be coming to free me later. Once I am released, I will seek you out.
I think I must go now.
Very well then.
Fluffy, what kind of cruise ship is this? No skipper, no Marianne, no professor? Probably no shuffleboard or holes in the hull. I'm leaving.
Coins for a blind beggar. A few coins for a blind old beggar. Thank you, friend. Looks like nasty weather.
Yes, it may even rain.
Who are you? You're not the captain. Whoever you are jeopardizing the plan by talking to me out here in the open. If you have a question, I suggest you speak with Amun.
Oh, where can I take you?
The windmill.
That will be 10 dromoi. Here we are. Oh, watch your step now, huh?
Still looks like nasty weather.
Yes, it may even rain.
Padros, the blind old beggar, might agree with you. Padros, why have you come? You were supposed to send Ahmed. Quickly leave before you're seen. Still looks like nasty weather.
Yes, it may even rain.
Padros, the blind old beggar, might agree with you.
The windmill keeper knows the code phrase, so he must belong to the Fraternal Order of Atlantean Weathermen as well, or whatever this whole thing is. I wonder if the members get water buffalo hats like on the Flintstones.
Ah, so where shall I take you now, huh?
The dock.
That will be 10 dromoi, please. You are probably wondering, where is everybody? Let me tell you, they are all at the festival. Oh, such a celebration you never did see. I call it the end of the world party. Because the way they carry on, oh boy, you would think that there will be no more tomorrow. I think it's in honor of the Earth Mother, but I don't know much about their religion. Since you're not a native Atlantean, I am sure that the olive oil vendor would be happy to tell you all about it. Okay, this is it. Hey, have a good day now.
Many huge terracotta pots like those pithoi were uncovered in the excavation of Knossos, the Minoan capital on Crete. Many of them ranged up to 9 feet tall and 6 feet in diameter. It's amazing they could turn pots that large, let alone fire them. Although
A few coins for a blind old beggar. Thank you, friend. Looks like nasty weather.
yes, it may even rain.
Ah, good. I am glad to see that they finally let you off the ship. My name is Padros the Atlantean. Let me start by saying that I make no excuses for my people. They have no right to treat you this way. I wanted to meet with you to give you a chance to escape this prison island. There is an underground network of captives who are willing to risk their lives for a chance to return to their homelands. I have been meeting with them to organize an escape. With my knowledge of the island's inner workings, we have come up with a solid plan. We leave tomorrow, and we would like you to join us.
Why do you call this a prison island?
Yours is not the first ship to be captured by the Atlantean fleet. The people of Atlantis go to such lengths to ensure that their private utopia remains unspoiled by invaders or trade. But what makes it a utopia for native Atlanteans makes it a prison for their second-class citizens. No one is allowed to leave. You will never see your homeland or your family again. Nor will you be granted temple rights.
So, what's your plan?
Your skills were impressed upon me by a fellow countryman of yours, Amun the Egyptian. He will give you the details of the plan, and you can find him at the windmill nearest to us. When he asks about the weather, tell him it is going to be a long winter.
I don't know. It sounds pretty risky. What if we're caught?
Death will most certainly be the punishment for this crime. But even death is preferable to living as a prisoner.
So why should I trust you?
It is true. You have no reason to trust me. All I can tell you is that this may be your one and only chance to escape. If you do not take advantage of it, you may very well regret that decision for the rest of your life.
I'll go now.
Ah, where to now, huh?
The windmill.
That will be 10 dromoi. All right, we've arrived. Thank you for your business, eh?
Still looks like nasty weather.
Yes, it looks like it's going to be a long winter.
Ah, good. Then the beggar has convinced you to join us, Ahmed. How long has it been? 10 years? 12? It is good to see you again, old friend. Well, now you see that my ship was not lost at sea. Surely everyone must think that. But soon, I will be able to tell them the truth myself.
How did you end up here?
In the same manner as you. My ship was captured while on a trading voyage. They brought me back here and haven't allowed me to set foot on a ship since. I had no choice but to find work on the island. Me, a man of the sea, forced to take work as a windmill keeper. Oh, but none of that matters now.
Who is the beggar?
He goes by the name Padros. He is an outcast Atlantean Templar. Many years ago, while only an initiate, he was blinded and expelled from the Order simply because he expressed disagreement with their holding of the Galeth's powers. His harsh punishment was a message to other initiates who felt as he did. Do not worry that Padros is an Atlantean. He is a good man who believes in our cause.
What's the Galeth?
The Galeth is the Atlanteans' most important religious artifact. They foolishly believe it has life-giving powers. So strong is their belief that they keep it hidden from covetous eyes within the inner temple. It is always protected by a guardian Templar.
What's a Templar?
I have never forsaken our beliefs for their religious nonsense, but I do know that the Templars are to the Atlanteans as the High Priests are to us.
There were other initiates who agreed with Padros?
Yes, his best friend Saros finished Templar training and passed the Rite of Initiation, even though he secretly agreed with Padros. They have not spoken since.
What is the final Rite of Initiation?
More nonsense. They say the initiates must commune with the Galeth and ask its blessing to become a Guardian Templar. Supposedly, if they are worthy, the Galeth grants them eternal life.
So, what's the escape plan?
The plan is to escape the island while everyone is celebrating the Caras Calera. But what's more, Padros and I have uncovered a secret passage to the inner temple. Tomorrow, I will escort Padros through the passage to rescue his old friend Saros and escape with the Galeth. After, we will meet at the outer docks, board 3 ships, and sail away undetected.
There's an inner temple? Well, where is it and what's your secret passage?
The inner temple lies below the main temple at the bottom of the bay. Always seawater pours down into the inner temple, powering a clockwork device. That water drains out through a pipe that passes beneath this windmill. I've broken into the pipe, and it's large enough to crawl through.
Why is the plan set for tomorrow?
Because forever water flows through the pipe, except during the Caras Calera. They claim the stream is redirected by their Earth Mother. Something about lifting the Galeth in a column of water. Whatever the reason, the channel runs dry for just 1 hour on that day.
What do you mean, rescue Saros?
The sword falls swiftly upon Templars who seek to abandon the Order. Even straying from the grounds is not permitted. Now we've gotten word of our plan to Guardian Templar Saros. He has agreed to allow Padros access to the Galeth in return for helping him escape the watchful eyes of his brethren.
So, what do you want of me?
We request only that you pilot one of the escape ships.
I'll speak to you later, my friend.
Please. I must go up to fix the windmill, but you are welcome to stay if you like.
Look at that raging current. Too bad Dutton didn't give you the salmon jumpsuit.
Is there something you need to know, Ahmed?
I'll speak to you later, my friend.
Of course. We will have many opportunities to talk about old times.
Ah, so where shall I take you now, huh?
The temple.
That will be 10 dromoi, please. Here it is. Up. Take care now, huh?
Your medallion, citizen?
This guard is protecting a lock. Sort of a water elevator for boats, so they can get from one level of the canals to the next. It looks like we need to use...
Do you expect to gain entry with that? The real delivery is a dozen pots, 10 times that size.
What medallion?
If you do not know, you have no business being here.
Well, then it would seem that I'm not going to the temple.
Good day, citizen.
Maybe we could go to the olive oil shop and see what kind of deliveries are going into the temple. There might be something there that could help us get by the guard.
Oh, so where are we off to this time?
The olive oil vendor's shop.
That will be 10 dromoi. Okay, then now. Be careful getting out of the boat.
Well, there's me olive oil.
To be honest, I'm a little too busy for customers today. Why don't you come back after the festival?
I'm busy, eh? What could be so important that it can't be put off?
I have got to fill all these amphorae before the celebration, and then we must deliver them. It takes 2 of us to lift one. But, of course, it is only a small measure of my devotion. The Earth Mother's blessings can never be repaid.
I'm busy, eh? Where are you delivering them to?
Some will go to residences and some will go to the temple, but most we will bring to the Colosseum. If you look closely, you will see they are stamped with the seals of their owners, so we know where to deliver them to.
Well, I should leave you to your work.
Earth Mother's blessings. back to your work, Talos.
Okay, I'll just go back to my shop then.
Maybe I can help you a little later, Talos.
What is your destination, huh?
The temple.
I can take you there for 10 dramoy. Here we are. Oh, watch your step now, huh?
Your medallion, citizen? Do you expect to gain entry with that? The real delivery is a dozen pots, 10 times that size.
This guard looks like he's protecting the only way to that temple. I think we're gonna have to play ball with them and obtain a medallion somehow. Well, then it would seem that I'm not going to the temple.
Good day, citizen.